Hello friends, welcome to SSP Math. Today we are going to start new topic, that is series solution of differential equation using singular point. In last 2 to 3 videos we already solved some problems on ordinary point. So today we have to start singular point. This topic is so much complicated as compared to ordinary point. So before watching the videos on singular point, my humble request you first understand all the concepts of ordinary point, how to solve the problems on ordinary point, and then start this. Means ये जो टॉपिक है सिंगुलर पॉइंट, इस पर जो हम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाले हैं, इसके लिए हम मेथड यूज करने वाले हैं फ्रोबेनियस मेथड. So for that first we have to clear all concepts of ordinary point, and then we have to start this singular point. Okay, so let us start. What is the singular point? What is Frobenius method? So what is singular point first? Singular point about x equal to 0 means if we consider the differential equation here, p0 of x d2y by dx square plus p1 of x dy by dx plus p2 of x into y is equal to 0. In first video I already explained what is singular point, what is ordinary point. So here if we get suppose p0 of 0 equal to 0, means the value of p0 of x at x equal to 0 equal to 0, then we can say that x equal to 0 is singular point. X equal to 0 is singular point. Okay, and if p0 of 0 is not equal to 0, then that point is called as ordinary point. Now if x equal to 0 is singular point, then there are two types. First one is a regular singular point, and second one is irregular singular point. Means if p0 of 0 is not equal to 0, then we can say that is regular singular point and irregular singular point. So for regular singular point there are two methods. First one is, if we write this differential equation in the form of d2y by dx square plus p1 of x upon p0 of x into dy by dx plus p2 of x upon p0 of x into y equal to 0, then first condition for regular singular point is we have to find limit x tends to 0 x into this p1 of x upon p0 of x. If we get this is finite quantity, okay, and second condition is limit x tends to 0 x square into this p2 of x upon p0 of x. This is also finite quantity. Then we can say that x equal to 0 is a regular singular point. And if x is equal to 0 is a regular singular point, then we can find the series solution of given linear differential equation with variable coefficient using power series method, and for that we have to use Frobenius method. Now what is Frobenius method? If x equal to 0 is a regular singular point of equation 1 means this is our given linear differential equation with variable coefficient, and we have to find series solution of this. So suppose x equal to 0 is regular singular point of this equation 1, then how we take its series solution? So we have to take series solution of equation 1 is y is equal to summation of k varies from 0 to infinity ak into x raised to m plus k. Again for equation 1 what we want, if we take suppose y is equal to this solution, so y equal to this, then what we want again for solution of this differential equation, we want dy by dx and d2y by dx square. So from y we can find dy by dx by taking derivative of both sides. So dy by dx is equal to summation of k varies from 0 to infinity ak constant a, and what is derivative of x to the power m plus k, that is m plus k into x to the power m plus k minus 1. Again we want d2y by dx square, so d2y by dx square is equal to summation of k varies from 0 to infinity ak m plus k, derivative of x raised to m plus k minus 1 is m plus k minus 1 into x raised to m plus k minus 2. So after getting y dy by dx d2y by dx square, put all these values in equation 1. Okay, and if you put these values in equation 1, then we have to find m here. So how we find the value of this m? In Frobenius method, first we have to find m, and for finding the values of m, means the value of m will be determined by substituting y dy by dx and d2y by dx square in equation 1, and on equating the coefficient of lowest power of x, means for m to determine m, first put this y dy by dx d2y by dx square in equation 1, and then equate the coefficient of lowest power of x to 0. So if we equate the coefficient of lowest power of x to 0, then we will get one quadratic equation in terms of m. Then we will get one quadratic equation in terms of m. That equation is called as indicial equation. That equation is called as indicial equation. Now after getting quadratic equation, we have to find roots of that quadratic equation. If we find roots of quadratic equation, then we will get two values of m, because we know that the roots of quadratic equations are 2. Quadratic equation has two roots, then we will get two values of m. Okay, now from that values we have to write series solution of equation 1. Now, so if we get that two values of m, then series solution of equation 1, the series solution of equation 1 depends on the nature of roots of indicial equation. Means if we get quadratic equation, we get repeated roots, non-repeated roots. So series solution depends on that roots of quadratic equation, means the values of m. So there are three cases. So case 1 is, means if suppose if we get two values of m, that is say first value is m1 and second value is say m2, and that two values are distinct and not differing by an integer. Differing by an integer means, this is very important, not differing by an integer. For example, if we get m1 equal to first value say 1 by 2 and m2 is equal to 2, so 1 by 2 is not equal to 2, means m1 and m2 are distinct and not differing by an integer. Differing by an integer means if it is subtraction of these two. For example, here 2 minus 1 by 2 is 2 into 2, 4 minus 1 is 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is fraction. So this is not integer, means not differing by an integer. Then we can take solution of given linear differential equation with variable coefficient is y is equal to c1 into the value of y at m1 plus c2 into the value of y at m2. मीन्स जो भी हमारा y आएगा उस y में m1 पुट करना है, m2 पुट करना है, and then we can write final solution this. Now case 2 is if m1 is equal to m2, means when these two roots are same. For example, if we get 0 0 value or 1 1 value, then how we write solution? Then solution is y is equal to, then solution is y is equal to c1 into the value of y at m1 plus c2 into dabba y by dabba m at m1. Okay, why we take here m1 because m1 equal to m2a, means if two roots are same, then we can take solution of given linear differential equation y is equal to c1 into y at m1 plus c2 into dabba y by dabba m at m2. Third case is when roots m1 and m2 are distinct. देखो फर्स्ट केस में भी रूट डिस्टिंक्ट थे, m1 and m2 are distinct and differ by an integer. In first case क्या था? differ and not differing by an integer. Here when m1 and m2 are distinct root and differ by an integer and m1 is less than m2. For example, if we get suppose roots are plus or minus 2. So here minus 2 is less than 2. Minus 2 is less than 2, but if you take subtraction here, minus 2 minus 2, that is minus 4. So minus 4 is a integer. So and differ by an integer means यहाँ पर क्या आता है, integer आता है. Then we can take solution of given differential equation is y is equal to c1 into y at m1 plus c1 into y at m2 here and plus c2 into dabba y by dabba m at m1. So here जो lowest root means for example plus or minus 2 are the roots. So minus 2 is less than 2. So right here lowest value and here highest value means find the value of y at m2. m2 is highest root greater value and m1 is low. Find the value of dabba y by dabba m for lowest and then write solution y is equal to c1 y at m2 plus c2 into dabba y by dabba m at m1. Okay, now after this how to write solution of given linear differential equation. For that we have to find again constant same as ordinary point means ordinary point में जो method use की थी हमने use same method and then final write solution y is equal to summation of ak x to the power m plus k here because singular point के लिए हम x की power क्या ले रहे हैं m plus k and in that put m1 is equal to 1 by 2 first. For m1 equal to 1 by 2 find y. For m1 equal to 1 by 2 find y. Then for m2 is equal to set 2 find y and then write final solution this way. If m1 and m2 are distinct not differing by an integer, if m1 equal to m2 then use this, and if m1 and m2 are distinct and differ by an integer then use this solution. So this is the Frobenius method. In next video we will take examples on singular point. After examples you will clear this concept. So thanks for watching.